Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine with the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passionate desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, philsgang.com's Phil Grandy has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. philsgang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
My name is Bill Kaufman, and I have been a gang member for 14 years. I am very excited and impressed with the new MV1 and MV2 software chart. I love the easy readability. Bill has added pre- and post-market candlesticks and the ability to create stock lists. The charts can now be viewed on your smartphone or tablet. I would recommend the Max Vector 1000 chart to any type of investment.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. they pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
We've seen deficits come down, 401ks recover, an auto industry set new records, unemployment reach 8-year lows, and our businesses create 15 million new jobs.
It's an economy running below an already low average. Not only has the economy's potential downshifted from 3 to 2, but we're not even hitting 2. Average growth running just below 1%.
So if that's true, which it is, then why does this administration tell us everything's terrific? Because it's election year. That's why. Welcome, Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Every election year, you can count on the lies. Good news is great news. Bad news is wonderful news. All news is terrific news. It's all about the election cycle. Keep pumping those numbers. It's unbelievable. So, we've had some of the worst economic data in the last month, and yet stocks are going higher. Here's the problem. How can the job market, how can jobs keep on increasing, keep going up while the economy shrinks? Wait a minute. Jobs are increasing while the economy shrinks. That makes no sense. This administration is trying to take parking space in our head that we are averaging 195,000 new jobs a month, with our economic growth being adjusted downward to 1%. Even if the number of 195,000 jobs a month was true, which it's not, it's 85,000, 195,000 jobs is not even enough to keep up with our population growth. Healthcare is what we're getting for jobs, 32,000. Leisure and hospitality, 45,000. And new government jobs. Government jobs doubled. That's the last thing we need, is 38,000 new people who do nothing well, who have no ambition, who are satisfied being average, suck off of us. 38,000 new government jobs? Are you kidding? Doubled. You know why they're being hired? So they can enforce the 250,000 new government regulations on small business. It's nuts. This makes no sense. If the economy isn't growing, they want us to believe companies are hiring. Wait a minute. If the economy's not growing, you want us to believe that companies are still hiring? Especially when earnings growth, profits have been negative for the past 5 quarters? Are you nuts? But that's what they want us to believe. They really want us to believe that companies are hiring even though they're not making money and their quarters are getting worse and worse, but they're hiring, waiting for the economy to grow. How could that be? What company, you tell me what company would hire somebody and say, okay, I'm going to hire you, but I'm going to hire you now and we're going to wait for the economy to grow so business will come in my door. So just hang in here. We'll keep paying you your pay anyways. Don't worry about it. This is what they want us to believe that's going on. This is at a time that CEOs, instead of plowing profits back into capital investment, new machinery, new equipment, IT spending, R&D, instead they're plowing that money into buying stocks, stock buybacks, their own stock. So let's see. They want us to believe that jobs are increasing as the economy is getting worse, and to show it's getting worse, we have spent over $7 trillion in the last 5 years, and we're still spending on stock buybacks. Stock buybacks. Now, all stock buybacks do is artificially inflate paper profits without producing any tangible value, like capital spending, buying machinery, for instance. Stock buybacks artificially increase the earnings per share, which in turn artificially increase stock prices. But there's a problem. It doesn't increase value. There's no value. All it does is create a stock market bubble. The stock market right now is 60 to 70% overvalued in the last 8 years. It's nuts. But who benefits? The CEOs. They get rich, very rich, because a CEO's compensation is tied to stock price. So he is interested not in spending money, capital improvements, R&D. Are you nuts? He's going to go and buy his company stock back to push that stock price up so he can exercise his stock options. Who else benefits? The long-term investor. Who's that? The big banks, the hedge funds, all the parasites on Wall Street. And the people, the very long, the big boys like Buffett will say, they benefit because they increase their ownership of the company. Now, what about the employees in the company? Oh, they get screwed. There's no value for the employees because when they're not buying equipment, plowing money back into buying equipment, then that means there is no productivity. If there's no productivity, then their wages stay stagnant. Worse, they get laid off or they get part-time work. And for the company, even though their stock price may be up, so what? It's not sustainable. They can't hold it. It's being supported by 0% interest rates. It's being supported by these stock buybacks as they become 60 to 70% overpriced, creating a hell of a bubble. And that creates a great opportunity. Why? Well, you get a great opportunity on the way up because stocks can't go down. But when they do go down, what an opportunity. You're going to have to ride a market down 60 to 70%, all the way down. All you got to know is when does that happen? And that's what we do here at Phil's Gang. We do charting. And we have a chart called the MV2 chart, which identifies for us when the institutions are leaving. When they're leaving. See, that's what's important. When they leave, we leave. The problem with folks in 401ks, you never knew when somebody was leaving. You just sat there and looked around and you just hoped. And you were told, oh, stay in. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. When things weren't fine. When companies stop with capital spending, they don't spend on machinery and equipment and R&D anymore. When that chokes our economy's growth. But you know, they never talk about that on Friday when they give the job numbers. They never talk about the amount of part-time jobs. And they never talked about there was only 85,000 jobs because the rest of it was all fake. All fake. The BLS takes and assumes, has all these assumptions that new businesses started. And they don't check anything. They don't even check and see if new corporations in towns or cities or states where people went in and started new corporations. They don't check nothing. It's just an assumption. Oh, new businesses must be starting. How many jobs do we need? Throw 100,000. That's what we got from the White House. Everybody does that. Every president that's in charge, every president that's in the Oval Office, he has the keys to that statistic number. So he can put any jobs he wants in place. And that's what they do during these times, especially during election cycle. Isn't that nuts? That's why you join my gang, Phil's Gang. It's 15 past the hour here on Phil's Gang. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, philsgang.com's Phil Grandy has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. philsgang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. It's always about fees. That's right. It's always about fees. When you're investing in anything, it's about fees, but especially 401ks. Let me explain to you how you get screwed with a 401k. Nobody will tell you this. You'll be told with a $25,000 investment, your 401k will return 7%, and over 30 years, you'll retire with a nest egg of $226,000 with a fee of 0.5%. That is a lie. Do you know if you just bump it from 0.5% to 1.5%, that $226,000 drops to $160 with 2% fee? It drops to $123. But you know what most fees are? 3%. So you're going to drop almost below $100,000. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and get rid of that 401k. It is not for your benefit.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Money, 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 can you use?
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com. Click on the video channel graphic and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. All right, we're talking about this weekend. Everybody was celebrating this huge job number. 255,000 jobs. Fake. Only 85,000 of those jobs were real. The rest were assumptions. They assumed individuals opened up their own company and they staffed them with 170-odd thousand people. Not true. It's all assumptions. It's ridiculous. The birth death rate metric system is just a joke. It's a total joke. It's unbelievable. But boy, they've been celebrating. And there's jobs, is what I understand. How would anybody believe that jobs are increasing, but the economy itself is decreasing, decelerating? We'll talk about that in a moment. First, let's go make some money. Okay. Apple. Now, people always wonder, when do I get into a stock? When do I get in? Now, you'll hear from your financial advisor.
What's a financial advisor?
That is a term that means almost nothing. It is somebody who might be a financial planner, or it could be a broker who is really a salesperson.
He's a dope. He's not there to help you. These financial advisors, okay? They're there to help themselves. Mutual fund managers, the guy that runs the mutual fund. You think he cares about you? He doesn't know who you are. He doesn't even know who you are. Why would he care about you? All they care about is you stay in the stock. Now, you think Apple, you got to say, I got to know exactly when to buy it, when to get. No, you can just take little pieces, little bites out of the apple. Just a little bite. You don't have to worry about getting in here and getting out there and staying with. Understand? See, I better understand all the market cap. I better understand the trailing and forward PE ratio. I better understand the price to sales. And I better go find somebody on Wall Street, a broker, to show me, to lead me, because I don't know anything about gross profit margins. I don't know anything about operating margins or operating free cash flow. I don't know anything. You don't need to know any of that. Just take a popular stock like Apple or Starbucks or Amazon, and just wait till the darn thing turns green. That's all you got to do. I am not making it up. Here, take a look right here. Just go to philsgang.com and just click on radio, and you can see what I'm doing here. Just buy it when it's green. You don't care where it is. You don't know nothing about it. So just take a look right here. I'm going to put it in white so you can see it. And it's archived for those who can't, if this is not on your mobile device, or you're not on your mobile device or computer. Okay, so it was red. You can see where red kept dropping, red. Then it kept going, started to go up a little bit. It was red. See, and that's the other great thing about a chart, about my chart, how I designed it, the MV2, is when the stock started to go up, it remained red. It was telling you that Vanguard, BlackRock, or T. Rowe Price was not buying the stock at the time, even though it went from $91 to $93. See, most people think, well, when a stock goes up, it tells us the stock, I better jump in because it's going to be good. No. It's like people who lie to us and tell us the stock market reflects the economy. No way does it reflect the economy. No way. First of all, how could it when we're a global economy? Number one. And also, stocks are also, they're cyclical. They're forward-looking. Ridiculous. But let's take this stock. So she turned green. You could wait 2 days, 3 days. So let's say you got in around $93.97 right here. I'm pointing an arrow at it right here. Now, that was back in, and I'll give you the date. That was back in July 6th. You don't get out until it turns red. Today it's at 108. So that means that's about right now, Apple, about 15% return. That's what you get on it. So by simply knowing it turned from red to green. But here's the important one. When do I get out? When do I get out? The chart will tell you it'll switch to red. Why will it turn red? It's no big science. It's just the algorithms are set up to follow the money. So when Vanguard or BlackRock or T. Rowe Price decides to take their money out because they know, believe me, these companies have inside information. That's why mom and pop hardly ever make any money in the stock market, because you can't go against these guys who have inside information. But now you're along with them. When you see they're bailing out, it turns red, you bail out. Right now it's not red. So that means you stay in. It's that simple. Now, I am going to give my MV2. I'll give it to you for 4 weeks. I'm going to comp it. All you have to do right now is call the gang, join the gang, give you the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Call, join up. It's only $39.95. You'll have this for 4 weeks. The value is $24.95 a month. We lease it for $24.95. For the first month, it's free. At the end of the month, if you don't see any value in this and it doesn't work, get rid of it. You can quit the gang too if you want, but I'll guarantee you won't. Check it out. That's my MV2 chart. Call now, 877-600-GANG. And I'm telling you, you're not going to regret it. And we'll do Starbucks next time, okay? All right. So let's talk about this big job numbers and the job growth. Look, here's our problem. This is so stupid. First of all, when companies stop spending money, they don't buy equipment, invest in IT spending, they don't buy new truck fleets, they don't upgrade their mills, their plants, their stores, that kills the economy. And here's the evidence. Earnings came in a negative 5 quarters. 5 quarters. But listen to what these guys say. Listen to this.
You had more people working, they were working longer hours, and they were getting paid more to do it. It's a really healthy number for the U.S. consumer to have. Keeps them shopping, and while the second quarter GDP number was poor, I'm not really sure how much I'd worry about it.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about our economic growth being poor. Just go out and buy stocks. See, that's what you're dealing with. See, that's the beautiful thing about it. So stupid. That's the beautiful thing about a chart. It'll prevent you from getting in as well. Call now, 877-600-GANG, and get the MV2 free. All you have to do is join the gang, philsgang.com, and after 30 days, then you can start paying for MV2.
Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. It's always about fees. That's right. It's always about fees. When you're investing in anything, it's about fees, but especially 401ks. Let me explain to you how you get screwed with a 401k. Nobody will tell you this. You'll be told with a $25,000 investment, your 401k will return 7%, and over 30 years, you'll retire with a nest egg of $226,000 with a fee of 0.5%. That is a lie. Do you know if you just bump it from 0.5% to 1.5%, that $226,000 drops to $160 with 2% fee? It drops to $123. But you know what most fees are? 3%. So you're going to drop almost below $100,000. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and get rid of that 401k. It is not for your benefit.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know, most people get involved with a 401k because of the employer match. They really believe that there's free money. There's no free money. It's a scam. Here's how it works. You ever notice that you can't get the money all at once? Why not? Why don't they just give you the match all at once? Why over 6 years? Because they know only 12% of the people who work for a company stay for 6 years or more. Only 12% are there for 6 years. That's why they plugged it to 6 years. They know you're not going to stay. So it's not for your benefit. It's for the benefit of the company. It's a scam. There's an alternative, though. Phil's Gang. Join my gang. philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. It's always about fees. That's right. It's always about fees. When you're investing in anything, it's about fees, but especially 401ks. Let me explain to you how you get screwed with a 401k. Nobody will tell you this. You'll be told with a $25,000 investment, your 401k will return 7%, and over 30 years, you'll retire with a nest egg of $226,000 with a fee of 0.5%. That is a lie. Do you know if you just bump it from 0.5% to 1.5%, that $226,000 drops to $160 with 2% fee? It drops to $123. But you know what most fees are? 3%. So you're going to drop almost below $100,000. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and get rid of that 401k. It is not for your benefit.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. We're a teaching format. Boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to Phil's Gang Radio Show. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay. You know, another stock that everybody's always excited about is Starbucks. And Starbucks, you know, you don't even have to know when to get in. I mean, you don't have to. The thing is, most people think with a stock, you know, there's a specific time you have to get in. Well, there is no specific time you have to get in. Okay, you want to just take a piece of stock, like it's a piece of cheese. Just want to get a little bite of it. You don't have to get into the very beginning, or every time that you'll hear on CNBC, they'll talk about Starbucks and earnings are coming out, or they're spending money here or merging here. You better get it. No, it's not how it works. It's not how it works. Well, all you have to do is get a small piece of the stock. Anywhere it turns green or red. How about red when it goes down? Give you Starbucks. Perfect example. If you go look at Starbucks and you look back on September 3rd, $54. It just turned green. And I'm showing everybody right now, right here, $54. Now this is no game. This is true. $54. It turned green. It was red for like 3-4 weeks, then turned green. That meant the institution came in. This is not a game. This is not a gimmick. This thing works. It's so hard to try to sell this thing because it sounds like a gimmick. It's not. These are algorithms. These are tied to the money flow. So it turned green at $54 and it turned red at 60. 61, rounded off, 61, 60, 88, 61. So that's a 12% return. You didn't have to know anything about Starbucks. You didn't have to know anything about it. You could have bought it on September 3rd. And you didn't have to know anything about it. How much coffee they sell. You don't have to know a thing. All you had to know was when that thing started to turn red, get out. Or how about better than that? Sell short from $57.37 to $55.19. So you sell it short. Just hit a button that says sell short. So you see it around $57.37. It drops to $55, and you get it. That's 4%. Very little risk because it's turned red. So you catch 10% on the upside, another 4% on the downside. This is not a joke. This works. It works. 877-600-GANG. I'm going to comp everybody 1 month free. If you join the gang, I call you my ambassadors. Pay $39.95 for the membership for the gang at the end of 4 weeks. If you want to continue with the MV2, then you start paying $24.95 plus your gang membership. Okay. It's a great value. It really is. Now, you know, this is true. There's another thing I got to talk about. Cash, the dog, okay? This dog survived. I just want to report he's done great. He survived a terrible operation, 2 operations. The operation cost about $7,000. The first, we thought the $4,000 would cover it, and then he had to have another operation, and then we had to put him in a motel with a homeless man because we didn't want cash, being out in the street, 100-degree heat and so forth, all stitched up. But he's doing fine now. He's eating now, and we really appreciate the money that you sent in. We need about another $1,500, and all the bills will be cleaned up for the homeless fella. Okay, him and his dog, they're so close. It's like me and my dog Bud. I had Bud for 18 years. Now, one morning do I wake up, and I always look down to the bottom of the bed. Even this morning, I always look down at the bottom of the bed. And I always still think he's there. I mean, I just couldn't imagine going through that again. I mean, I would never get another dog for that reason. I mean, it's too hard. But to let this dog die, no way we're going to let that happen. So the operation was successful. We just got some bills to clean up. And as I said, Marta and I put up to $4,000. If you can help with a little bit on the other side, we'll appreciate it. Just go to my homepage, philsgang.com. You'll see the pictures of him. Beautiful dog, great dog. And anytime you're downtown, Sarasota, you'll see Cash. He's always downtown with his owner, and he's just the greatest dog. But he had a terrible situation with his stomach. German Shepherds, their stomachs flip. And I don't understand how that works or why they flip, but it kills them. And he was almost gone, but everything's fine now. So he's just recuperating. We need just a little bit of money for the homeless fellow so we can clean up the rest of the bills for him. So anything you send in, we really would appreciate it. And take a look at Cash. He's on the front page of our home site, philsgang.com. Okay. I want to talk about this. Is crazy. Here's another thing. How can, as I say, anybody believe that the economy is growing, that the jobs are growing when the GDP, our economic growth, went from 1.4%, they cut it down to 0.9%. That was the last quarter of 2015. The first quarter of 2016, we had a negative growth, earnings growth, negative 8%, didn't make any money. And our economic growth dropped, they readjusted from 1.1% down to 0.8%. Then the quarter, the 2016 quarter, the second quarter, negative earnings again, 2.4%. Companies aren't making money. And the economy's not growing. It was at 1.2%. That means for the whole year, we're just about 1% growth. But they come out every month and say, oh, look at this. We got 200 and some odd thousand jobs, 250,000 jobs. How can that be? How could that even be? It doesn't make any sense at all.
Right? If we look at job creation, particularly private sector job creation, look, the Obama era has been a whole lot better than the Bush era, right? Obama, you do the comparison on the charts and it's not even funny. It's just, if these are anti-growth policies, how come we have all this job creation?
Wait, job growth? What kind of job growth? What are you, nuts? We don't have construction jobs. Construction spending is the weakest. Our trade deficits are widening. Are you kidding? Our annual payroll growth is at a 29-month low. So how can he say that? He's a liar. Durable goods, real durable good orders, they're tumbling. They're tumbling. The biggest drop in 2 years. How could he say that? The guy's lying. He's lying. Wages, adjusted for inflation, have grown merely 0.7% over the past 5 years. Only 63% of the U.S. population was active in the labor force to begin with. And all the jobs have been concentrated in low-wage occupations. Retail industry, leisure, hospitality, temp jobs, healthcare. You don't make any money of those things. We added 376,000 bartenders in the past year and 3 million bartenders since 2010. Since 2014 December, the U.S. has lost 1.4 million manufacturing jobs, and we replaced each one of those with a bartender or waiter. And this liar comes out and says this. See, they don't think you're ever going to go check out the information. This is crazy. See, so the problem everybody is having, they're thinking, how could we have all these jobs, but the economy's going the other way? There's no job, there's no growth in the economy. It's amazing, isn't it? See, not one of the jibber jappers on CNBC when they're celebrating the jobs on Friday, how the trade deficit works into this. Nobody talked about the trade deficit on Friday. How can you talk about job numbers every first Friday of the month without including trade deficits? Because trade deficits are a job killer. They widen to $44 billion. Now they total $8 trillion. That's the worst since 2007. You cannot talk about jobs unless you talk about trade deficits, and that's why they don't talk about trade deficits. They don't want you to know this stuff. Join my gang. Get your free MV2 for a month. 877-600-GANG before we shut it off.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, philsgang.com's Phil Grandy has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. philsgang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived saved. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? Reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Everybody says, I hear it everywhere, no matter where I go, I'm not going to get into the stock market because it's rigged. And I think, what are you, nuts? That's exactly why I want to get into the market. Here, listen to this.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish the wealth effect.
But we front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally. So are you telling me you don't want to get into a market where they front-loaded an enormous rally, where they fixed it to go up? You don't want to get in? What are you, nuts? Of course you want to get in. See, your fear is, once you get in, you're fearful you're not going to get out in time. Well, that fear is gone. That's why I designed the Max Investor 1000, the color code technology. It'll get you out before it crashes. Believe me. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, Cash, go to our front page, philsgang.com. He is recuperating from his operation. He's doing well. We're trying to clean up the rest of his bills. If you could help out, we'd appreciate it. Marta and I already put $4,000 of our money in. And we're just hoping that you could help Cash and this homeless man, and who just loves this dog. And the dog loves him, I'll tell you that. So if you can go to the front page, look at anything, be fine, $10, $5, and see if we can get these bills cleaned up. And then also, look, go to my website, philsgang.com, or better yet, take this number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Get my MV2. That's the chart that tells you when to buy, when to sell. It works. Try it for 1 month. I'm going to comp it to you. You just call now, join the gang, $39.95, and then at the end of the month, then if you want to continue with the MV2 chart, then you start paying the $24.95 plus your gang membership. You'll see it's not a gimmick. You see it actually works. And I just gave you a couple stocks, Valero. I gave you Apple. We had 15% on that one there. Starbucks 16%. I mean, it works. Just check it out. I'm telling you, it's not a gimmick. Look, you can't trust these people. You can't trust these people. And if anybody is telling you on CNBC and these other financial shows, the economy, jobs are really growing, but the economy isn't. They tell you, don't worry. You heard the guy say, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the economy not growing. It's always been economic growth.
You had more people working, they were working longer hours, and they were getting paid more to do it. So really healthy number for the U.S. consumer to have, keeps them shopping. And while the second quarter GDP number was poor, I'm not really sure how much I'd worry about it.
If your economy's not growing, how do you get a job and how do you have money to go spend? He's trying to tell you, oh, look, spending is really good. They're out there spending. Well, how do you spend if you don't have a job and nobody's going to hire you and say, hey, we're hiring you? You ever see a sign out there? Hey, we're hiring everybody. We need people. We're hiring everybody. But, we don't have any business. Business is down about 50%. But we're going to hire you now. We're going to pay you hang around until the economy grows. This is what they want us to believe, these fools. But the other thing is, the big thing that gets me grumpy is they never talk about trade deficits. How can you not talk about trade deficits? Trump talks about trade deficits all the time. This last Friday, we got a trade deficit while they're celebrating this number. This stupid number of 255,000 was only 85,000, the real number. When you take out the assumptions of the birth death metric system. And the trade deficit, the worst killer of jobs. There's nothing worse than the trade deficits. Oh, my God. But every Friday, you never hear them talking about the $8 trillion in trade deficits, the biggest single obstacle creating manufacturing jobs or keeping them. Are you kidding? Since Obama's been in office, manufacturing jobs dropped from 426,000 to 157,000. That's because of U.S. trade deficits. You got to talk about trade deficits. It's a job killer. $8 trillion in debt, 5 million in lost jobs, just like NAFTA. They're talking how wonderful NAFTA is. NAFTA? Are you kidding me? NAFTA is the worst thing that ever happened. It is just, listen to this.
He keeps talking about NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, which Bill Clinton signed into law, saying that's been a disaster for the United States. Has it been a disaster for the U.S.?
No. I think it's been a significant net positive.
Oh, yeah, that's Zandy, net positive. Yeah, know who this guy is? You know who this parasite is? This cockroach is? He's the head of Moody's. He's the one that caused you to lose your house. He's the one that caused your house to be foreclosed on. He's the one with his boss, Buffett, put a AAA rating on these packages that were a lie. And that's why you lost your house. You going to listen to him now? This guy, I'll give you information. Don't listen to him. 181 billion in U.S. trade deficits with NAFTA. That's right, trade deficits that killed jobs. We lost 1 million net U.S. jobs under NAFTA. He's a liar. Not counting the income inequality, we had a big growth in income inequality. How about the more than 1 million Mexican farmers that we displaced because of NAFTA? And this is what they did. U.S. corporations, Jeff Immelt, the rest of them, like GE, Chrysler, Caterpillar, when they were putting NAFTA together, they told all their workers, support us. We're going to create jobs. We're going to create millions of more jobs here in the United States. They lied to them. And as soon as NAFTA was approved, guess what they did? They fired all these U.S. workers and they moved their operation to Mexico. And then 1 million Mexican jobs were lost. Are you kidding me? This is how they play? NAFTA? This is terrible. Terrible. It also contributes to why you're the middle class are not making much. Why you got pay cuts. It's NAFTA. Are you kidding? Listen to this. Now they're going to do TPP on top of it.
Hillary Clinton will enact the TPP as sure as you're sitting there. Her donors will make sure of it. A vote for Hillary Clinton is a vote for TPP.
All right. What is TPP? It benefits the companies, the mega companies, the multinational companies, they get away with murder. They get away with murder. How about the pharmaceutical companies? They're going to make a fortune. They're going to make a fortune, the pharmaceutical companies. It's just like with NAFTA. They cut back the foods that come into this country. They cut back inspections to 2% from 32%. That's right. So they could make more money. Bring in food that would poison you so that they can make bigger profits. What are you, nuts? This is crazy. Trade deficits are terrible. And here's the problem with trade deficits. You want to be, if you're going to have if you're going to be trading, you want a good trading partner. And a good trading partner, the way it works is I work with you, you work with me. I export some to you, you import to me. We try to balance it off. We try to balance it off so that we keep your economy good, you keep your jobs growing, your middle class growing, and I'll do it with mine. So when it starts getting lopsided, when I'm importing more than I'm exporting, and my dollar keeps going up, all of a sudden it will start leveling off, and the dollar will start coming down. So now I can export more to you than I import. That's how it's supposed to work. But we have a parasite on the other side, China. So instead of leveling off, we never get a chance to level off. What they do is keep on manipulating their currency to keep our dollar high so that we keep on building our trade deficits are bigger and bigger and losing more and more jobs. Our middle class is getting killed. Our economy's going down because of the trade deficit, but nobody wants to talk about it. That's what China did. They manipulate their currency. So they make sure our dollar keeps rising. Wait a minute, that's not what a trading partner is supposed to do. That's not how it works. See, trade deficits should self-correct. Our dollar value should at some time begin to decline so that we can export more goods to China. Instead, they make sure that our dollar value doesn't decline. Our dollar value keeps going higher and higher and higher, so we can't export. We can't export. So that means that we have more deficits. That means we have to fire you, put you on part-time. This is brutal. But Secretary of State Clinton and Obama were gutless. They would not go and face China. And here people, you're listening to Trump, whether you hate him or not. He promises, and when he promises, he'll keep his word. Trust me, I know personally. He'll keep his word. And this guy is saying he's going to stop this nonsense. Not going to manipulate the dollar, go keep higher and higher. They're going to start trading with us, or we're going to put our foot to their throat, which Obama wouldn't do and Hillary wouldn't do. Instead, Hillary went around the country and went to China, apologized to China for exceptionalism. Oh, we apologize for being so exceptional here in the United States. We apologize. Are you kidding? So the deficits keep growing and growing. And that's why you're not getting overtime. That's why your hours cut from 40 to 30. And that's why the federal government collects $3 trillion in revenues, and they pay out nearly $4 trillion, between 850 and $1 trillion more than they take in. It's all because of the trade deficits. All because of the trade deficits. And that means you and I, every family, are responsible for $6,500 each. Every household, because of the $20 trillion national debt. The trade deficit, you add them both together, we're responsible for $230,000. Are you kidding? Join my gang right now, 877-600-GANG, so you can get for 1 month my MV2 color-coded technology chart. Join the gang, Phil's gang. Remember cash.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my dream.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, philsgang.com's Phil Grandy has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. philsgang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, Phil's